Hello and welcome to another episode of Squirtified Engineering. I'm Sprutis, and if you're new to the channel then please consider subscribing so you can stay up to date with all my different projects. In today's episode I was thinking that we would install the wheel bearings in the spindle hubs. That could be fun, hopefully not so hard. I was thinking that I would be using the old bearings as pressing tools and guides, basically. You'll see, I've printed out the pages from the technical service manual. You also see Sid's new bike. But yeah, I will get started, move the bike and see what we can do with the bearings. So here we have a few things. We have the spindle hubs, the front ones, the rear ones. We have the new wheel bearings with oil seals and snap ring and a new nut for the front ones, I think. We have the old front bearings here. They are a bit too big to go into this area, so we'll see what I do there. But they can still function as a support underneath. So I put the new bearing on top of this and push this down, and then since I have this height I will be able to fully press the bearing in. When it comes to the rear ones, these are the old ones, they fit in this surface, so I can use that and push on, and the other one will be just like I described for the front one. I will have it as support in order to get the new bearing all the way in. But if we look in the manual, they start with the bushings, so why not follow the manual and do that? So here we have a broken lower ball joint. Here we have a pipe. Here we have a new lower ball joint and a new bushing. But I also have these energy suspension. So I have of course two of them, and they have been on the shelf or in a box for many years, I think 12 years, since I didn't renovate the hubs, spindle hubs, when I renovated the rest of the rear suspension, etc. Then I didn't do the bushings. So now is finally the time, and here we have 12-year-old energy suspension grease. So according to the manual you should have something that pushes on this pipe. I don't have that, so I will be a bit wild and I will actually push on this pipe. I will have this piece of pipe as clearance. So this will be sitting like this, and then I will have this laying on something, and then I would push in the bushing from this end. So let's start with that and see how many bushings we break. So it was a bit tricky to get it to sit in the press, and also I realized that the piece of pipe that I have is big enough to go over the dust boot and push on the pipe or pipe piece. The problem is, well, so then I thought about using the bench vise, but it's going in crooked. So I will take care of the pipe and make sure that the surfaces are true in the lathe. The vise is no good, but if you use the inner wheel bearing race from the front wheel bearing, then it fits nicely over the bushing, and if you put up the things properly, there's no contact, then it will work. Only 1.5 hours to get to this. And also, at first the lathe didn't work. I even started to check the fuses, but it helps when you connect the right cable. So I might be a bit too tired for this, but now I'm on the plus side, so I would keep going. So there you have it. We have installed two lower ball joints for the rear suspension. Here we have the inner race of the front wheel bearing. So for the first bushing, this worked quite well from the start. For the second one, it wanted to it didn't want to go in a straight line, but with the Baco, what is it, 34 millimeter, I was able to push most of it in, and then I just did the final step with this bearing race. I used the rear inner wheel bearing race as support because of its low profile, and it fits quite well, no obstruction. So why not do the other bushings? Here we have the polyurethane bushings, 4 pieces, energy suspension 2756. So these should go in like so. Take the other one like so, and then we will use the grease for the pin and then slide it in. Let's do the other one. And like so. And this I think I will do in the vise. So 2 bushings per side, at least some sort of progress. So I think we will have to take the wheel bearings the next time. So it took way longer than I anticipated, and I'm tired, so naturally everything takes even longer than in a normal case. And but in the end we managed to do 4 out of 4 bushings, so I take that as a win. And we didn't break any bushings, so I will take that as another win. So that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.